Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about my CPA journey and how it took me exactly 1 year to pass the CPA exam. And this was all while I was working full time. So you can imagine having to juggle a Big Four full time associate position in tax with passing the CPA exam. So my journey started, I had interned at a Big Four in tax, and I was offered a full time job. I jumped right on it. Started working in September, or I'm sorry, I started working in January full time, and I knew I had to kick my butt into gear if I was going to pass the CPA exam. So what I did is I woke up every single morning, studied for the exam, weekends studied for the exam, and when I look back at my entire year of studying and taking these exams, I took 8 total exams because I failed 4 of them. When I look at that, I think about 3 things. I have 3 things that I believe are the reason I passed the exam. And I think if you incorporate these 3 things into your routine, you'll have a good shot at passing. But again, I'm not going to claim that I know everything, and I'm not going to be one of these people on YouTube that says, do these 3 things and you're guaranteed to pass. I didn't break 80% on any exams. I got the 75. That's all you need. So, first thing is be consistent. You have to study every single day try to do the same time, try to study the same amount, try to do whatever you can to be consistent. Because guess what happens? You take a day off, and then that turns into 2 days, and then you take 3 days off, and it becomes an issue. So for me, I woke up every single morning, usually around 6:30, and I studied until 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I am not one of these people that studies 8 hours at a time. I don't understand how some people on here say you have to study for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. You don't have to do that. So be consistent, have a routine. Number 2, quality of studying. This is why I say you don't have to study for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. It's all about the quality of studying. Anyone that tells me that is a load of crap. All right? If they're studying that long, it means they're not studying well and they're not studying quality. What I mean by that, if you're doing multiple choice questions, study the multiple choice questions, read them, think about it, really study it hard before moving on to the next question. Don't just do a question, you get it wrong, oh, let me just quickly see what it is, all right, I'm moving on to the next one. Try and understand why you got it wrong. Similarly, if you got the question right, a lot of these review courses, they'll have long explanations. Guess what? Get on there and read the explanations, even if you got it right. Read the explanations for the other ones to see why those ones are wrong and try to really understand it. I mean, I would sometimes spend 3, 4, 5 minutes on one question when I'm doing multiple choice. I don't sit there and just blast through it just so I can say, oh, I did 1,000 multiple choice questions today. So quality of studying is very important. Remove distractions. You can't study effectively and have good quality studying if you have TVs on, if you have other people in the room or anything like that. Try and do whatever it is that you need to do to be focused. And again, this is what worked for me was I got up super early, went into my office, put on my headphones and my music, and I just cranked away for an hour. I hardly ever did more than an hour at a time of studying. And I usually only did one session a day, but that includes weekends. And my third tip is learn the overall concepts. You probably hear it in class and at school. The professor's yanking at you, hey, learn this concept because you got to know it for this and that. Well, it's kind of true. The CPA exam tests concepts and they test the deeper meaning behind concepts. So if you don't know what the revenue cycle is or certain concepts in tax or certain concepts in data and analytics, you're not going to know how to answer the question effectively. Or you might get lucky and you might guess a couple right, but you're going to get a majority of them wrong. And I know that because I thought when I took audit, I left the exam in less than an hour. I thought it was the easiest exam I ever took in my life. And I was blown away when I got my score and it was a 68. So learn the overall concepts. If you have to, pay for a month with another review course. So I used Becker, CPA Exam Prep, and I couldn't pass audit. Failed audit 3 times. I finally passed on my 4th time, but that's because I signed up for another review course. I signed up for Darius I-75 review course. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but he explained in videos certain concepts such as the revenue cycle and why it moves a certain way, the payroll cycle, etc. And Becker, for some reason, I couldn't seem to grasp the concept with it. And that ultimately is what pushed me over the edge. I think I still only got a 75 or a 76, but hey, 75's passing. So all in all, with my tips, I'm trying to get you a 75 on the exam. I don't care if you get an 80, 85, 90, 95. I don't even care if you get 100 on one of your past exams. All you need is a 75, because in the end, a CPA is a CPA, whether you get a 75 or you get 100. So take your time, take a deep breath. It's not that hard. So 3 things I want you guys to do. Routine, be consistent. I'm telling you, be consistent. Quality of studying. Really try to think about what's being told and what's being said in the question. And 3, learn the overall concepts. Know the why behind certain things. I'm telling you, it'll help you on the exam. Now, this is what worked for me. I did well in the morning. I couldn't study after work. You work all day, I'm dead to the world at the end of the day. So these are just things that worked for me. I can't guarantee it's going to work for everyone. But I wish you the best of luck. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you like this content, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.